Welcome into VGR Podcast. This is our official first playthrough on the episode 2. You found out from our draft in episode 1 the order of the games that we're going to be working with, who's going to be leading them. Today, here I am. Thanks for joining us. I am CJ, and I have joining me one of the co-hosts here, Larry.
Hey guys, this is Larry coming at you live. Joining me is another one of our co-hosts, Aiden.
What's up, guys? It's Aiden, aka Dilf. We're in the building.
So here we are. Before we dive into anything too much, how's everybody been? Larry, what you been into last week since we last hung out?
Of course, been playing the game of our week and trying to get through some work. I'm in the warehouse business, so I ended up at this point I got a count coming up, which basically, for those who don't know, it's inventory. We're gonna check everything that's in there and count it, and they're gonna tell me I'm wrong, and I'm gonna be like, screw you. But either way, it'll work out, and that's pretty much been my stress for like the last week since I've been going through it. Hate to admit it, but my drinking's gone up. But other than that, just living life. I do want to share this one with you real quick. My oldest dog, I don't even know how old she is. We adopted her. They think that she was 4 when we got her. So she's probably like 12 now. So she's getting that old age and all that stuff. Poor thing. But she's like a Chihuahua mixed with something. But she has something wrong with her right eye at the moment. It's nothing too bad. It's not like overly gooey, but she just like sitting there like twitching at you constantly. And so I put some clear eye drops in her, which strangely made her feel better. Or at least she acted better about it. And going good, but it's really weird because Chihuahua has those really buggy eyes, and this one's now like even like super buggy. Like it's almost like, God, you want me to just push that back in for you? But she's doing good. She's feeling better, and like I said, other than that, just living life.
That's all I can do.
What we do, right?
Well, my days have been getting colder. Working outside security in a little shack, it definitely gets colder, especially when the heater's broken. So, It's rough. Freezing outside, no heater. So yeah, and I don't have any long johns, so I'm kind of screwed on that aspect. But other than that, I've been gaming, playing our game this week. Haven't really been gaming that much outside of it. Been learning some different. I've been learning guitar actually. Hold on.
The next Ryan.
Yep.
Here we
That's
go.
my most recent purchase.
Stevie Vai / Eric Clapton going on here. What we got?
Yeah.
We're gonna need a custom intro from you.
Next Jimi Hendrix, you already know.
Oh, well. There you go.
You always are a Bob Dylan kind of guy, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that's where we're going.
Yeah, but I've been like outdoing myself. I've actually been trying to do stuff and learn stuff, which is not like me. So it's a little tiring. I told my mom about it, and she started crying. Like, I knew one day you'd start doing things. But yeah.
Wow.
Not a whole lot.
So this might be the most effort that you're putting into new things since Fortnite came out back in.
I know. It might be. I mean,
what you need to do is I got it like maybe last year, the year before. Great heater, like $25-$30. I think it's by Honeywell. It's like 1 foot by 1 foot square, basically. Dude, it's nice for like being $30. It's nice. It makes me sweat quicker than I would think. But you need to just bring one of those with you to work.
It doesn't help because the heater is broken because I broke it. Yeah, so that's not good. Listen. I did not break it, but it happened under my watch. It's something, bro. I plugged it in and it was going. I was getting toasty. I was getting comfortable. Had my little jacket on as a blanket.
Did you just kick it over when you were done and turn it off?
No, it like I don't know. I think it like popped a breaker, or like its whole breaker, but it was literally like a firecracker inside of the thing. Like it popped and there was like a big flash of light and there was smoke and everything. I was kind of freaking out, but
wow,
it happened under my watch, but it was not my fault.
All right. Tell that to the babysitter, or to who hired you to babysit.
He drowned. But I mean, not my fault he couldn't swim. I mean, seriously, who doesn't know how to swim?
I mean, really, for reals.
Fun fact, yeah, I'm one of those. I'm not a very good swimmer.
I can swim like a fish.
I swim like a rock, so we're good.
Dude, I swim like a 1-year-old. Like, it's not very good.
Swim like that baby I was watching.
All right, yeah. Well, that's definitely more interesting than my week. I've been sick. This morning was the worst I felt, and now it's probably the best I felt. I don't really know what went into that. Drank some hot tea, kind of was nice. Been like vaping a diffuser with some essential oils in it, kind of nice. Other than that, I've been telling myself I'll finish replaying through Pokemon Sword, but I still have not finished it. Need to. And of course, here I am. I started playing this card game. Not a typical card game. I am now the official owner of CJ's Big Cards. It's my card shop, and I sell cards, jack the price up, things like that. It feels pretty good to be making some money in this economy.
You swinging cards on the side? Is that what you're saying, or did you like open up a card shop where you're at now, or what are you talking about?
Oh, it's my virtual card shop, but not like an Etsy shop, not like something like that. It's basically
eBay?
a card shop simulator, essentially. It's like day 6. I finally turned a profit. Doesn't really matter, but I found out I'm bad at count and change again. So it's been a little bit. I kind of forgot how to count change.
And he gets high on his own supply. He has a card shop, but the whole day he's just opening packs of cards to try to make money.
Dude, I'm in the corner. I'm just opening packs of cards. I look up. I got 6 customers just waiting to get checked out.
You're that dude in Clerks over there just scratching off lottery tickets and stuff all day, waiting for it to hit.
Yeah. Fun fact: I won't try to tangent too hard on it. I knew an undisclosed person that I didn't like really know, but they worked at a gas station close to me. Yeah, they got fired because they were scratching tickets and only paying for the ones that won.
Nice.
They got fired for it. I wasn't like friends with them. I just knew who they were. So yeah, don't do that.
What smart.
Pretty much. I did find something interesting I wanted to share with you guys. I saw literally. I took my mid-evening nap before we hopped in here, and I might have saw it 10 minutes before I fell asleep, and I was like, I gotta bring this up. So apparently, there is this new device being created as we speak called the Analog 3D. It's being launched in 2025 for $249, and it's a 4K version of the N64 console. And so it's being released. It looks like it's going to have wireless controllers, stock, like standard with it. And it looks like it reads original N64 games, but somehow turns them 4K. So I'm interested to see what this looks like. Very interested. I don't know. I guess
it had to be
pre-orders
using
go
AI
live
of some sort.
I would assume
to enhance the quality.
Pre-orders go live the 21st at 8 a.m. I'm not going to pre-order it. I'm not going to lie, but I am interested in seeing what it's like. I really am. It sounds interesting. So I guess it's essentially something in a way that emulates hardware down to some certain level to where it can actually improve it. I don't know. I don't really understand it exactly, but I guess from what I did understand, they break it down to the rawest form and upscale it like a ton until it's 4K. So I wonder if it's going to like be the same graphics but run really smooth, or is it really going to look completely like a remastered version? I'm kind of interested to see what it ends up looking like.
I'm intrigued. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been a Nintendo fanboy since I was a kid. It's hard not to be, but the 64 is the one thing that really eluded me. Between myself, we got all the way up to the 64. I wasn't lucky enough to get one. I did play it during its original time, and then I actually had a kid that I had bought the GameCube for, and then from that point, I picked up everything beyond that. So it's the one that's eluded me. I remember playing roughly about 2 hours of The Legend of Zelda that they had on that one, like the first one, not even like Majora's Mask, but when I got to the point where I had money again in my life, I could do it. I couldn't afford it, and now it's like it's still to a point where it's like so damn expensive that this actually seems like it might be a fair opportunity.
I have a Zoomer question about So you said it was the N64?
Mm-hmm.
What what is that on like the console timeline? Like, is that the first or?
So it's 3D. It's first 3D system they came out with, probably right about the age of PS1, Sega Saturn, all that.
So,
the NES, what was that?
It was first for
It was the
Nintendo's
first.
sake. For Nintendo's sake.
Yeah, for Nintendo, it was the first one they had. Then you had Super, and then you had the N64. But I think, truthfully, I can't keep up with the generations. But I think the NES was like Gen 3, then 4 was Super, and 5 was this. But it came at the same time as the PlayStation 1, pretty much. When they were going to have the Nintendo and the PlayStation together, this is what they came up with instead.
Yep.
What iconic games was on the N64? Like, is there any I would know?
Well, like I say, I know for sure myself. Most any Nintendo game you can think of that has the name 64 in it probably would be a giveaway, like Mario 64, Mega Man 64. I know Legend of Zelda was
the Ocarina of Time was on the N64. Pokemon Stadium was huge. Super Mario 64 might be like, to me, is the most iconic because it's the 3D.
For you, the one you probably heard of and you probably re-heard of in recent years was GoldenEye, the original four-player first-person shooter game.
Okay, I feel like I've heard that.
Star Fox, I love Star Fox. That Star Fox 64 was there. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the N64 the first Super Smash.
Yeah,
I believe. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, you brought that up. My brain just fired up at old sit-offs. I know we don't have the opportunity to watch it here, but did you ever see the original Super Smash Brothers commercial?
No, definitely not. I don't think.
If you have never seen it, folks, go YouTube this after you get done listening to us. Go YouTube this video. And in the short of it, it starts out with all your Mario characters, Yoshi, Mario, Luigi, the princess. They're all kind of just galloping through a field. Everything's happy. And then out of nowhere, I think Yoshi just slugs Mario and his brawl breaks out. It's iconic. It's 90s. It's like, what is going on?
I'll have to watch.
Yeah, definitely make sure you check that out at some point. But yeah, you brought that up, and my brain's like, "Oh, spit that out." That's good.
That's perfect. Now I could get into that. Yeah, I think the N64 did have some good games. That's something I'm excited to get into once we get there. Honestly. If we want,
sorry.
Okay.
I still like say it's such a golden goose to me. I own 3, maybe 4 Nintendo 64 games that I've been able to find during my days, and still just never found the right price to buy the N64 itself. But I have the Star Wars game and probably like 2 wrestling games, and I don't even remember what the 4th one is. It was just something that came along because it was there. But I desire to have it back. I want to play it.
I think the first Smash Bros. I played, I don't know if it was Smash Bros. Ultimate or Smash Bros. Wii. It was on the Wii. I don't know what the actual title was, but that was definitely the first one that I played. Actually, the only one I've played, but that was a blast.
No, you haven't played the one on the Switch?
I have not. I don't own a Switch.
Thanksgiving. Sounds like a plan. Maybe. Sounds like a plan. Might have to bust out the Switch on Thanksgiving, play some Super Smash, maybe throw that on like a Patreon type thing. I mean, we could get some good Super Smash little tournament going or something.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind whoop your guys' ass.
That one I'll play versus the one on the Wii. The Wii one's weird to me, but yeah.
I'm with you. Good. I'm with you. So it's a rough way to start. This game is difficult. Let's go. Megaman 3. From what I read, it's got to be the best. I was like, I really want to touch base on Mega Man. I've always been interested in Mega Man, never really played Mega Man. I was like, let's pick Mega Man 3. That's what everybody's saying the best. I hope not, but I mean, to at least give you a little bit of rundown, Mega Man 3 came out 1990. US version came out in September. So I mean, pretty much right around now in the year, Capcom made it. Capcom published it, put it out. And And to give you, I guess, a genre of it, it's definitely sci-fi, but it's kind of like a scrolling action platform. Typical of its time. A lot of games are like this. It was interesting. It was something. I want to at least touch base on a little bit of the lore. I know, especially with the games at the time, sometimes the lore gets lost. You know what I mean? It's not so much spoken words of what exactly is happening in the game and like conversations of this is super pivotal or pivotal. So I mean, basically with Mega Man 3, it's in the 21st century. Here we are, pretty much now. The Robot Masters, which are the 8 bosses in the game, Top Man, Shadow Man, Spark Man, Magnet Man, Hard Man, Snake Man, Gemini Man, and Needle Man. So they're all helping out Dr. Light, that, he's the guy that created Mega Man, and the now reformed, the bad guy, Dr. Wily, that's now found this light in the world. He's good. He wants to help Dr. Light build this peacekeeping robot named Gamma. So that's what they're gonna do. And these robot masters, if you'll give them that, they're on these other worlds mining for crystals because they need these crystals to power this peacekeeping robot. So they end up going just berserk off of it. It pretty much turns into like crack or fentanyl or something to them, I guess. They just start going crazy, So who do they call? Megaman puts on his metaphorical cape. This time he shows up with his doggo friend, Rush, and he's got to take down these motherfuckers. He's got to get the robot masters and get them beat up. So throughout doing this, he runs into this pretty much a dupe of him, Breakman. And I mean, he's got a mask. Mega Man just kind of doesn't know who he is. He keeps showing up, and he pretty much mirrors Mega Man's abilities. So every time he runs into him, it's pretty much like a mirror, but just colored different. So eventually, you play through the game, you beat the game, you get all the crystals. You go back to Dr. Wily, and he's like, you know what? I'm going evil again, dude. This is too much. Being good's not fun. He takes the peacekeeping robot, and he goes back to this new fortress he has. So, Mega Man goes through, he defeats Wily and Gamma. That fortress starts to crumble. And as it crumbles, guess who appears, as he does throughout the game? Breakman. He appears just in the nick of time, pulls Mega Man and Rush out. Couldn't save Dr. Wily. Dr. Wily crushed. Fortress crumbled. Mega Man's knocked out at this point. He wakes up in Dr. Light's lab that created him. He informs him, hey, thought maybe I should tell you, this asshole that keeps showing up and fighting you, Breakman, yeah, that's actually your older brother. So that's Proto Man, your older brother. So a little bit of a mindfuck there at the end. Sorry for the spoilers. Feel like it's been long. It's been out long enough. If you don't know, it's on you. No. So I mean, yeah. First thoughts from the playthrough, in your opinion, Larry. Like, what kind of things are you thinking?
Well, I mean, one, being the old guy again, I remember playing this again back in the 80s. I was a Mega Man fan. I had Mega Man 1 on Nintendo, had Mega Man 2. Actually, I had Mega Man on DOS, which is an old computer operating system, which that game sucked. I mean, literally, the first screen, you have to fight like a cat and get through a guard station or something. Never made it further than that. Spent hours playing it, never ever got further than that. So F that game all day. But Mega Man 3, this is about time I kind of got out of Mega Man. Because like I said, this one, couple of these bosses like Hard Man and Snake Man, they stuck with me in my brain. But I am more of a fanboy of 2. 2 was my jam. But 3, it added some things in there that made it better, like the Rush dog. Love Rush, I really do. The slide itself, I could give or take without, but I immediately, like I say, watching or playing through it, watching my replay of it, I suck at this game. I did get better the more I played it, and I think that if we had a month to play these and go through it, I'd probably would have got to a point of fighting Dr. Wily again. Step back even more, I had recently purchased on the Switch the Mega Man collection, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for all the Nintendo on and all that. and I easily beat 1 and 2 with rewind and save states. So playing this straight through without anything more than the actual codes made me realize I suck at this game and I'm terrible at it. But I can see where some people would say this is probably the best one because it does take what was good about 2 and just kind of turn it up just a hair more. I just like the story that's in 2 better than I do this one. But
fair.
But this one here, I think it was fun. I really enjoyed playing with it. But I guess my thing would be, I've played it. I know what it was to some degree. So, Aiden, what do you think of this game?
Okay, so this was my first real experience with any type of Mega Man game, and I have to say, first starting out, it's a little iffy. I like the game, and I actually think, probably unexpected, I started to like the game more as I went through, as I started playing. And I actually started to learn the slide mechanic. I actually started to know what the abilities were. Like, first half of the playthrough, I didn't know what the E-barrels were. I didn't even know you could use them. I didn't know what it did. I didn't know how to use the dog. I didn't know how to do nothing. But I feel like the more I learned the mechanics, and especially the slide mechanic, I started really getting into it at the end. But there's definitely its cons. And like stuff like there was a few glitches. The frame droppage when too much shit gets on the screen was really annoying. But with my limited time I had to play these games, because we play a game every week, and we all got lives, we all got jobs. So I played around probably 3 hours and only beat 2 bosses. It's a very difficult game, but I actually liked it. When I first started playing the game, I actually did a little test run to get all the mechanics down, so I don't look like a complete idiot. And I was talking to my co-host CJ here about it, and I was like, "Man, I'm not enjoying this game. This game, from this 5 minutes I played it, it really feels clunky and it kind of sucks." But as I played it for around 3 more hours, I started to like it, and I liked the slide mechanics, and I learned how to play it. I enjoyed the game. My first experience, I thought it was fun. Didn't beat it, but had a good time.
Fair enough. Yeah. I guess I could take a little bit of both what you guys said and meet you a little bit in the middle there. Definitely, I did like the story of it. I liked the background of it. Like I said, I had to dive into a little bit more of it because it's not really in older games. It's not as laid out exactly. Oh, this is the exact lore of what's happening. You load up this game and it doesn't tell you why or what these robot masters are doing. So I did look into that. I like it. As far as what Aiden said, with the first getting into it, yeah, I mean mechanically, same thing. I opened it up and I thought I was about to have a seizure. I was like, holy shit, everything's flashing. So I was like, okay, whatever, let's give it a shot. And it did feel clunky at first, and definitely, you can tell it's of its time. It's not the latest Nintendo title on the NES, it's clear. Overall, I can kind of agree with what you're saying, Aiden, on the fact that it's not really as bad of a game as I first thought. Definitely grew on me as I played it. One thing I think that was the major issue for me wasn't really anything with the game. The game didn't suck like I initially thought. It turns out the more I played, I tipped the scale of, oh, this game is getting better as I'm realizing I'm just not good. Like, I'm just not good at this game. Other than that, I mean, it was enjoyable. I think it was hard as shit. The boss fights genuinely mind-fucked me there for a minute. I mean, it was difficult. It was almost like a shock. When I first got to that first boss, I stood there with my jaw dropped. I'm like, holy shit, I just got hit 3 times by the quickest moves I've ever seen in any video game ever. And yeah, I mean, midway through, maybe 10 minutes into it, I actually stopped. I said, okay, I've got to be doing something wrong. I was like, there's got to be mechanics I'm missing. This can't be it. This can't be all the controls. I'm just doing something wrong. That's it. I'm not this bad. I went to Google. I'm this bad. So I did. I called Aiden and I was like, hey man, have you played Megaman yet? And he's like, yeah, like I'm about to. And I was like, well, this might literally be the hardest game I've ever played in my entire life. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, like it's really hard. I don't think it's as hard as I'm putting out. It turns out, especially after watching Larry and Aiden play a little bit. I think I'm just bad. But
And
it was an
I will say
enjoyable
this
game to be bad at.
I feel like it was enjoyable, and you also see this is going to be a trend on this channel. Larry's going to be the guy. He's going to be the guru on these type of games. He's going to know the mechanics. He's going to know the secrets. He's going to know how to play. I'm a gamer at heart. I'm a true gamer. I like the challenge, and I'm a natural most games that I play. I'm gonna be honest, and I'll actually learn. But then you have those 3 levels: the guru, the natural, and then the guy that
Dude,
sucks at the
I'm
game.
so
That'll be
bad.
CJ. That'll be CJ.
Dude, it really hit me. I think we had the conversation within a year for sure, Aiden. We were playing something, and I was like, man, like, I'm just not good at video games anymore. And Aiden's like, have you ever been good at video games? Kind of like jokingly, pretty serious. I'm like, holy shit. I've only been good at one video game in my life, and it's World of Warcraft. And it's nobody else that I'm like friends with in real life plays World of Warcraft.
If CJ wants to get decent at a video game, he got to put at least 200 hours into it to get good at a video game.
That look,
we're gonna have to work on getting you. We're gonna have to work on getting you some. I don't know what they call it, hand-eye coordination training or something here. help you
The
out.
little
a little
balls.
bit.
Put me
Little
some
balls,
dots
like
on the
throw the
walls,
ball.
and you flash the
Yeah.
dots.
There you go. There you go. If I may, it's the thing I think that you guys are going to learn through this, through your generation. Games have been refined to a point where tweaks are what makes a difference in it. In Nintendo world, they were writing the rules, and like I say, if we had the opportunity to go through and play maybe 1, 2, 3. 1 is awful. It's very, very stiff compared to this. You don't have as much leeway to do it. And it, to you guys, would probably feel some sort of janky. But on the same token, like I say, it's just they hadn't. This is tight, really, for Nintendo of the 80s, the NES system. This is tight controls. I don't know if in our draft, if we found anything that's going to feel real sloppy. We're luckily staying away from anything that's straight garbage, at least that I'm aware of. But I mean, it is good, but it's still not refined yet. They'll create a whole nother series in the Super Nintendo of this game. But I mean, hell, there's 3 more of this game on the Nintendo Entertainment.
Yeah.
And it may even feel tighter and better at that point. But I know, like I say, at some point they kind of just, I don't say this is the peak of it, but it definitely hit a point where it dropped off in popularity and then it had to bring itself back up. Because I know you can go online and look at the debate between 2 and 3 being the best and 4, 5, and 6 not being, but there's also people who argue that 5 and 6 are better than these.
The Star Wars debate all over again.
Pretty much. But they, it's again, you got to think about a time where, one, we right now don't have the ability to spend literally how many hours are in a week to play a game and get good at it.
Yeah.
But I think, like I say, in the couple hours we have to actually play and put into it, you should have felt like you were getting better at it. It's just, I think that if this is the only thing you had to do in September, you probably at least clear throughout the bosses. And the one thing I don't think we even touched yet, every Mega Man game is based off of a idea of start with a particular boss to go through each level in order to make it easier to do the next one. And I don't know if you guys looked it up. I know I didn't, which totally just made this hard as hell for me.
It didn't help me whatsoever, but I did look it up. It didn't do anything for me. But I did. Yeah.
I beat Hardman. I only beat 2 bosses. I beat Hardman and I beat Top Man, and then I almost beat Snake Man. That's all I had. But to touch on what Larry was saying, I definitely feel you can tell certain games it's later on the NES timeline. Like Mega Man 3, you can tell that they have it has that directional movement in the air like a Kirby. I haven't played it, so tell me if I'm wrong. But I definitely feel like Mega Man 1 would be mechanically closer to like the original Super Mario, with how like it's kind of like sandboxy, kind of like the movement doesn't feel completely updated or new or solid or smooth. Yeah.
It is a little bit. Yeah, like I said, it does feel a little more sloppier. It does feel, well, not even sloppier, I guess. Just like I say, it's got a weird tightness to it. Like things you want to happen don't happen the way you want it to. The response is not good.
You have less control.
Yeah, because it just wants to kind of not slide and go everywhere, but it just is, they haven't figured out what they want. If I may, can I take the floor for a second again?
Yeah.
The original Mega Man was whipped together, and they had to get it out. So they pushed it out. It did terrible because of the original cover. Nobody wanted to play it. The original cover actually had a guy holding a pistol shooting instead of the arm cannon that he had. Well, the guys who in Japan, which I'm never going to know any of these names, so don't expect me to recall anybody's name out of this. But the guys who made it said, we can do better. We want to do better. So they went to their boss and said, hey, can we make Mega Man 2? And they said, sure, but you're going to do it on your time. So Mega Man 2 was actually created as a passion project after the regular hours of work. And it's what lit up the Mega Man series. So it was so damn good that everyone finally, that's how you found out about Mega Man. Most people played Mega Man 2 before they played 1.
Fair enough.
And with this, real quick, they ended up, they made 2, it sold fucking gangbusters, and then Capcom was like, we need 3 now, go. So they didn't even get to do what they wanted to do with 3, but they went from, we don't want this game, you can do it on your own damn time, to, I need 1 now, go get it, make it now. So 3 could have been almost perfect, but they had a timeline they had to do it. They didn't get to do it as a passion project anymore. But they took a lot of what they had in 2, where they had the passion, and went to 3. And I even think that they even lost their director and their main art guy before they ended up getting into it. But that's the growth of the whole thing. Because like I said, they went from to we love this game, we want to do more, to now the corporate people got in the way and forced the product.
It definitely, history repeats itself. Nowadays, it's definitely following that trends too. And really anything, like especially game making, you have these indie companies that have these passion projects that are winning Game of the Year. That actually you can tell that somebody put time into this and there's thought into it, and it's not some just AAA company overworking their workers to pump this shit out that nobody wants to make.
Exactly.
And
same thing with movies. Look at the Minecraft
same thing
movie.
with movies, and especially, I don't know if you guys are big anime fans, but anime especially, like there's a few animation companies that are exploding because they started as a passion project, and like people that they did it just for the love of the game, and those are the biggest animes. Like those, it got huge because it's just people were passionate about it and they actually put that love into it, and it definitely translates across all types.
All
music,
types of games
any
and media.
art,
100%. Couldn't agree more. My favorite game all time, World of Warcraft. Once it stopped being, hey, you're nerdy, you really care about the game, you like the game, come work for us. Once they kind of got rid of that, it's more of, hey, you have this degree, you know what you're doing, come over here. And this person kind of doesn't even give a rat's ass about the game, possibly. It definitely, you can tell when that change happens. So, I mean, Larry, I did pull up the cover to look for myself of the original Mega Man, and excuse my French, this guy looks like a fucking nerd. Like, I'm not playing this game. Like, if you take that compared to the Mega Man himself on, like, Mega Man 2, I'm kind of like, okay, like, his space guy's kind of badass. Like, this other Mega Man cover kind of looks like a Spaceball Stormtrooper or something. Like, I'm not feeling it, you know what I mean?
Well, from what I gathered, that they were like, hey, we need a cover for this. What do you got? I got a guy who's blue and he shoots shit. And they're like, okay. And that's what they came up with, so.
Yeah, definitely had some improvements going forward. That's for sure.
Well, the worst thing is, I think they carried it on for a while, kind of like semi as a joke, but as the other parts, like, yeah, you remember when we did this stupid crap?
Yeah, it's not good. I could see it being definitely of its timeline, though. I'll tell you that it definitely looks very. This is a spaceman in the '80s kind of thing. I can't say that that's inaccurate. It definitely looks like that.
Yeah,
but at the same time,
that's how most spaceman guys were. So
wasn't Duck Dodgers was like out before this? Like, what? Come on, we had Marvin the Martian already. What the hell are we doing with this guy? Come on.
Well, you said he was blue, so we went with that, right? I mean, we put some yellow in there, but
I'm surprised for at the time it wasn't kind of just a reskinned Marvin the Martian, but blue. You know, like Could have been something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, so if you guys really had to think about it, so Larry, I know how you feel about how you said two's kind of like your bread and butter. I mean, would you recommend this game to like other people, kind of thing, in 2024?
Yes and no. I recommend it because I think that people should play it. It's a good Nintendo game. Especially like I say, compared to some of the piles of shit that's out there for Nintendo. Always I would say no is start at 2. If you have the opportunity to start at 1, might as well just play through the story. And see how it grows and how it builds. But I would recommend it as towards top 50 Nintendo games. Sure, I would definitely say give it a shot. It's worth it. Again, like I said, I know it is on. I know it's on the Switch. I don't know if it's on PlayStation or Xbox, but I know that there's a Mega Man collection that Capcom's put out as well as different ones. But it's a good action platformer and super tight. No, fairly tight. Yeah, I don't think that. I think it's one of those games you don't feel like you're overly cheated by what happens, but on the same token, I don't think it's 80% your fault that you ran into that bullet.
Debatable.
Yes.
I will say, I would say, my co-host Larry over here, his opinion on the recommendation and playing 2 first is probably more valuable than mine. But as someone that has just jumped straight into 3, I think it's a 100% yes. I recommend it. Now, if you're a new gen, if you're a zoomer, if you're coming into this game wanting a Fortnite, it's not going to happen. You have to lower your expectations a little bit just on the quality and the feel of the game. But I thought I had a good time, and I feel like if I had a month to play this game, I'd find myself really liking the game. And I think the games nowadays, it's lost its simplicity. The thing that I enjoyed most about a beat like Black Ops 3 was, you had a couple guns, a couple attachments, and you could just hop in here. You could just hop in the game and have fun. Now you look at the new Call of Duties, it's crazy. There's 100 guns, 100 attachments, 100 different levels, 100 different operators. Like
You
I
should have
don't.
put Black Ops 1, man. There was
I know
really a sandbox of guns.
I like the simplicity. I had a fun time. I would recommend it.
I can get where you're coming from. I think I like what you said about you can't come into the game expecting it to be the most powerful. Like this isn't something that you go download for 300 gigabytes on your computer and almost crash the entire Wi-Fi in your neighborhood because, like, it's nothing like that. So I mean, if you go into it expecting that, I almost think that's your fault. You're not gonna enjoy the game. If if you know what the game is, as far as even just an NES game itself, I think it's worth a try. I think it's interesting the controls compared to now for sure. But like Aiden really said, that's what you expect to get some 90s and Fortnite kind of thing. Not gonna get that feel from the game, but once you start to get the hang of it, it is pretty enjoyable. And I can't really speak on like what Larry said with the whole start at Mega Man 1 and 2. If you want to get the story of it, I mean, sounds right to me. I can't tell you that that's wrong. If you want to just get the feel for a random Mega Man game, I can't promise that this is the one. But I mean, overall, I didn't hate it. Yeah, why not? Go give it a try. I'm always open to trying new games. There's probably gonna be some games I say, hell no, don't touch this with a 10-foot pole. This isn't one of them. If you have a chance to pick it up and even play for just a few hours, I think you should. I mean, it's a good time.
Well, I agree. Like I say, if you have the opportunity to play it. I will reiterate on one thing I do think. Like I say, since you guys are, you're hitting me on this whole, we don't have experience with this. The one thing I think that you get from Mega Man, because you have to keep going, you get that dopamine hit. You're going to get a little bit further next time because you learn from what you did wrong the time before. And it's got enough where you have, it's not a constant continue where you can keep going at it. At some point you die and you just got to start over. Yeah. I guarantee you that next time you play, you will either be better or you can try something completely different. So you have an opportunity for 8 different video games almost to some degree with the same character base.
Yeah.
But the reward system from getting better at it, I think, is the most rewarding thing out of it. I guess I can't think of a better word for it, but
I agree.
I think that's what we're getting.
Yeah, I like that.
If you watched our episode 0, our introduction episode, you'll see my favorite game was Elden Ring, and that kind of touches on what Larry says. There's these really hard bosses, and it takes you forever, but each time you play that boss, you get a little better and little better. And I think that's why that touching on what I said before that, Elden Ring, there's definitely super complex aspects to it, but also during the boss fight, you have a roll, you have a sprint, and now with Elden Ring, the newest game, you have a jump during the boss battle. That's all you can do, and it's rewarding at the end. You get a new ability or a new weapon at the very end, and yeah, I feel like that's the reason that I like Mega Man 3 too. It kind of touches on those aspects.
One thing I think we almost kind of passed over, and I don't know how or why, because it was really two of my favorite things about the game. Can we just appreciate like the sound of the game? Not even just the music.
Yeah, we did forget that.
The music was really nice. If you want to check out, our playthrough on YouTube at our VGR podcast channel, like I definitely make the comment on the snake level specifically. Like it felt cool. Like it felt of the time. It felt nice, and I liked it. And then even some of the noises in the game, like when you're going to fight the boss, the little like space door is really what I'm gonna call it. Just I love it. Like I love it. It sounds like a roller coaster. Like when you're going up and it's click, 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 click. I loved it. I mean, I definitely for soundtrack as far as that goes, I loved it. Hit it out the park, and especially of the time, I think it's a really underrated, important part of the games. Because if a game sounds like shit like the whole time in your ears while you're getting pissed off from dying, it's not gonna go well. You know what I mean?
You're subconsciously not gonna want to play it.
Yeah.
Well, you make a great point, especially when you say sound effect. I know one soundtrack, Chef's Kiss. This is great shit. It's got a lot of lasting tracks are there. I'll reference a particular angry video game nerd that's on the YouTubes who I watched the other day in regards to this, and he was saying, there's 21 tracks coming out that you can get from this, and they're all from the Mega Man series, which was really good. But in reinforcing your sound idea, just to throw it back there because we'll never touch this. I don't know if you ever heard about the original Pac-Man on Atari.
Okay.
Dude, go watch the video on that. You want to hear what shit sounds like a 4-bit sound? Listen to Pac-Man on the Atari. Because, I mean, it don't even sound like Pac-Man. They just did what they could with what they had with it. And it pierces the brain to hear the noises, him chomping, him dying, all those things. But yeah, with this here, the soundtrack, just the sounds of him walking, running, shooting, the doors opening. Yeah, I mean, it puts so much atmosphere. It puts so much depth into something as simple as this game. So yeah, I'm glad you did go back and touch that because it's sound wise, this is excellent.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think great sound design. Another thing we didn't really touch on, out of our limited experiences, and Larry probably has more vast experience on Mega Man in general, but what's your guys' favorite bosses and abilities?
Well,
in this one particularly, or obviously, I mean, that's
yeah,
what you guys.
We'll go with Mega Man 3.
I'll go quick because I'm definitely going to be the quickest. My favorite ability was probably my proton cannon, just a typical pew pew pew. For those of you that haven't seen the videos yet, I definitely recommend giving it a look. You can definitely see what Aiden is talking about, as Larry knows his shit. Aiden picks up pretty quick and just dog shit at the game. I did not actually kill a single boss, but I can tell you from my experience, I definitely did not like Top Man. He pissed me off pretty good. I didn't like that he got three tops at me all at once. Yeah, I'll go that far, and I can't even really say I have a favorite ability other than just my proton cannon because I didn't get to test any of them because I just kept jumping off cliffs and dying to fucking spinning tops and shit. So,
what about boss? What's your favorite boss that you played? Not defeated, because obviously can't really touch on that.
Fair enough. I did I like the idea of Top Man. It's like kind of corny in a way. It's like it's 1990. It's through and through. It's this evil top guy, really. Like he has a top mask and he's spinning shit at you. It's almost gimmicky, but I do really like that it's gimmicky. It feels like a 90s video game, and I love it.
Well, my question, I guess in any of them, what's the purpose of Top Man? Just to spin around? Like I need a robot to go spin for a bit, you know?
Yeah, right.
I didn't play the Spark level, which I kind of wish I had, because I got the feeling I probably would have liked him, because Strangely Electric bosses seem to tickle my fancy. But of the ones I played, I think I like Snake Man. One, he's a snake. How can you not? And two, his actual weapon was it's you kick out a little snake like he had, and it'd run around the whole screen. It would follow the whole path until it hit something. Was it strong? Maybe against somebody, but I know at least you were hitting something as it was running.
I only had 2 abilities, and to tell you the truth, I'm agree with CJ. My favorite gun is the proton gun, the original. I didn't really like Hardman's little heat-sinking missiles, and I did not really use the top ability either. But
Go ahead.
I will say my favorite boss is not Snake Man at all. Definitely not Snake Man, but I say Hard Man. I like the sound of that, and I like the design. He's like a big old monkey, and he slams down on the ground. I like it.
You can't argue with that. So the Hard Man slammed you. It's the question.
You made me think of something when you were talking about this pea shooter, and I don't know. None of us checked it because I'm sure you guys weren't sure to even look for it. I think he has a Mega Buster in this one, where you hold down your gun and he like powers up and shoots. I may be wrong. Somebody can tell me if I am, but I know somewhere in this. So somewhere in this he picks that up, and I'm trying to find it right now, but I really don't remember if he has this in this one or not.
If he does it, I did not use it. If he does,
yeah, I'll tell you that much.
So
yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. The visuals overall, though, I didn't think about it until like looking back on it. Like in the moment, not something I paid attention to. If you are gonna go back and play this game, or if you're gonna, while you watch us play, give it a second to appreciate some of the visuals between the different maps. They really do line up with the bosses really well. And I think it was it Gemini Man, maybe? That Larry, when you were playing, like the spacey looking map, the
weird bubble looking stuff.
It was kind of badass looking. Like, I'm gonna be honest. You know what I mean? Like some of the map designs, the snake design, was pretty damn cool. I mean, some of them it's hard to do, like Top Man. What, like Larry said, what the fuck's Top Man supposed to even be? What are you gonna put? It looked like a jungle. I called it a weed farm. I don't know, but I mean, overall, like they looked nice. Like the maps looked pretty cool overall. I
agree.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of effort and love put into the design of the game. Which again, like I say, it was there, and I think they brought it over. But just good all around. I liked it.
I got a question that we all have an answer to. What was your least favorite mob? Not boss in the game. What was your least favorite mob or enemy?
Proto-Man. Fuck Proto-Man.
I can see that. I can see that.
Mean, like I say, I don't recall him having another name. I've always known him as that, and I think he shows up almost every game beyond this point. I could be wrong, but it's just like, calm down. Why are you here messing with me? And you don't even die. It's like there's no gratification of him dying at any point. It's like you just want to mess with me.
Just to find out he's the older brother picking on you at the end of the game.
Yeah. It might be a younger brother complex coming back into play again in my life, but yeah, I'm going to go Proto-Man. Fuck him.
I have a couple different mobs, and they're both on the fucking Snake Man level. One of them is the guy with the little plunger that flings at you. Because he's so annoying, and he's such a little pussy. He He jumps on his plunger, and you can't like slide after he jumps because his plunger stays on the ground and then flies at you. So you have to time it perfectly. And the icing on top, after he does that stupid acrobat shit, he chases after you like a maniac,
Fast
and
as
he's
hell.
fast as
Fast as
shit.
hell.
And and you'll
Yes.
see if you on the VGR podcast channel, you'll see me dying repeatedly to those fucking clouds that turn into bullet bills on the end of the Snake Man jump level that I died about 40 times and slammed my desk. Yeah, that's probably my number one.
Oh, I definitely have
Good
a
stuff.
couple. This shows how good at the game I was. But on the Sparkman level, the little like fucking I don't know spark walls that like move towards you and away from you and spark. Those just
I know
pissed me
true.
plumb the fuck off because every time I tried to jump through them, I got my ass zapped and they're faster than me. Honorable mention for me. Fuck the plunger man. I thought he was a broom man, but yeah, I didn't like him. I think the dudes really early on in the snake level that are super quick that literally just bounce around like the DVD thing from back in the day, but like at times a million speed for whatever reason are annoying. The snake heads are annoying, especially when there's 3 at once. Don't get that at all. They definitely fucked me up multiple times. I think least favorite, honestly, on the top man level, it's the little jumping things that are too small to shoot, and the screws. They just spawn out of nowhere, screw together. It's like a nut and bolt, and just make you eat shit. Not a fan of those guys at all. And they spawn in places to where my impatient ass doesn't want to wait for them to move out the way, so I take the damage hit and just get pissed. That rant over. There's 8 that I named.
Therapy bills in the mail, dude.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Thanks.
Apple crown in the freezer.
Damn right. Damn right. I mean, so we all recommended the game overall to other people. Would you personally go back to the game yourself though?
I think I would.
You feel?
I think I would. I think I eventually want to play them all through. I like it's my first experience with the Mega Man franchise, but I like it. I like the concept, and as CJ explained the story earlier, really interesting story. So, isn't there a couple of cartoons, or am I making that up?
I think so. I think you're right. Yeah.
Media wise, there's cartoons out the wazoo. It's almost like Sonic. There's American, there's Japanese, there's the little grouchy one who was in Captain N, the Game Master. One I highly recommend to everyone who's never watched it. There's Mega Man Dies at the End on YouTube, which is by Lowbrow. Fucking excellent cartoon, dude. That is, I think, maybe like an hour and a half watch. It's so good. A lot of references. Like not an official plug, but watch that shit. That's fucking. I'm probably gonna watch it before I go to bed tonight. It's that damn good.
I'll definitely check it out. But to answer CJ's question, yeah, I think I would come back and just replay the series eventually.
I know I started, like say, I bought the collection. I got through the end of 2. We played 3 here for this, and at some point I will. And I mean, like I say, even come back to it now. It felt good to play it again. Yeah, I mean, it may not be real fast, and hopefully time will open up where I can get the opportunity to do it. But yeah, I'm gonna probably play it on the collection where I can back up and save states and do all that. So
Don't blame
I'll
you.
cheat to play it, but I'll play it.
Get the experience.
Don't blame you. Well, thanks for making me feel like a villain, guys, because I'm gonna have to say I don't think so. Not to say, not just to keep it honest. Not to say I'm done with Mega Man. I'm definitely not done with Mega Man. I'm intrigued by Mega Man. I think maybe not Mega Man 3. I think for me to enjoy a Mega Man type game, I think it needs to be a little more polished. This isn't a game I'm gonna play for the story as much. I'm not gonna be blown away in Mega Man 4 if I find out something kind of thing. But I think maybe future iterations of the game, maybe like on other consoles, or maybe Mega Man 6 being that's probably the most polished on the NES. Maybe that's something that's going to be more my speed. Just for what it was, I like the idea of it. I'm not anti-Mega Man. I think Mega Man is himself a really cool character. But just this version of the game, I don't think I have the time or energy to get good at it, to enjoy it as much as I could. I think the bosses are really difficult, and to me, this would be maybe like I'm just gonna slap 2001, like a 2001 version of Mega Man. I probably would get behind a lot more. I think.
You say that now, but I promise you wouldn't. You stay down here, you do better.
Fair enough. That might be the truth. I feel like I would have had fun on like a Game Boy with this game more than sitting at a console for this game.
Random thought, because I don't know if and we'll ever touch it. There is a Mega Man Battle Network game out there, which is kind of like a card game. It's on the 3DS. They of course have collections of it on the Switch and all that. It's not so much an action platformer type thing. It's more of a almost like kind of like Pokemon, but not so much Pokemon. You catch a Pokemon, you make it fight. This one is Mega Man that lives in the net, and you give him cards to work with to fight the enemies that you're familiar with seeing here. It's different. My son, he prefers that. He doesn't like these at all. But that was also what he got exposed to first when he sees Mega Man.
Okay, I mean that makes sense.
And the ability to trade cards was a thing that happened on the 3DS. So
Definitely.
if I had certain cards, certain attacks, what these cards are, I could trade it with you, and that gave it a little bit of that process too. But maybe that's something that's a little more of what you would enjoy, which I recommend that to other folks to give it a shot if you ever run across the Mega Man Battle Network series.
Fair. Yeah, that sounds maybe like something more up my alley for the sake of Mega Man itself.
Yeah, just stay away from 3D. That's the only advice I got. Stay the hell away from 3D Mega Mans.
Okay, fair enough. So I mean, if we could slap a number on it, which we're gonna, for the listeners and viewers, it's gonna be a trend. We're gonna see where we land with all these. I'd say we'll probably recap later and maybe even laugh at ourselves and be like, why did I rate something like that? But at least in the moment, we played it. We had some time to cool down, discuss it, break down what we do and don't likes of it. Larry, if you had to slap a number 1 through 10, what number are you gonna give it?
Okay, well, considering gameplay, graphics, sound, not even going to go really the nostalgia factor into it because I played it just doesn't hold that much for me. I would say for what we're looking at and it being solely a Nintendo game, I'm gonna go with 7.5. It's better than good. It's hard to say it's great. I can see where someone would call it great. I would probably give a higher one to Mega Man 2. Mega Man 3, 7.5.
Fair enough. Can't argue with that. Dilf, where are we at with it? What's your feelings?
I had a number coming into this, and as we all touched up, and I started to realize, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I can appreciate the sound. Yeah, I can appreciate the graphics. I had a number, and you guys can see. You guys can see at the end of our little edit at the beginning, I did have a little bit of a rageful exit on my experience, but I did gradually like the game better and better the more I played it. This is going to come as a shock to our listeners and probably to CJ. I'm giving it an 8.2.
Wow, I didn't know which way you were going with it. I didn't know if it was going to be up. I didn't know if it was going to be down from where I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. And I want you to be honest. I was not influenced one bit by anybody else's score.
Yeah, so who's your lobbyist for that score? Is Mega Man paying you? I guess I'm just gonna be the hater, as you'll see from my name. I guess I do love to hate. I had a number. I totally agree with what Aiden said. I had a number coming into it. The more we talked about it, the more I was like, maybe I appreciated this game more than I initially said I appreciated it. Because in my head, my number wasn't great. This number in comparison is probably not great. But, I mean, overall, I think maybe it's some user error. Sonically, really nice. Visually, really nice. Maybe just for me, it's too difficult. I think I'm just an impatient gamer, so big thing weighing in on my score has got to be the enjoyability. And for me, I think overall, I'm comfortable saying 6.7. So it's probably low, coming in a little lower on the scale compared to you guys, but I think 6.7 is how I feel. It's not a bad game by any means. I'm a bad gamer. I'll give you that. I'll tell you that. It's not a bad game. Larry, you hit it on the head. It's not a great game. You said Mega Man's 2 is better. I could take your word for it based on what I've played here, kind of thing. So I think it's above good, not great. Definitely not a bad game. That does bring us average to, drum roll, if anybody can do math in their head, maybe you know, but 7.5 average. Really not bad. I think overall that's
Not
probably accurately represents it as a 7.5 average, which on our scale classifies that as a good game. Official good stamp on the game.
I'm definitely putting my finger on the scale there with my rating. And just as kind of a little final thought for me, and touch from what CJ said, I definitely do think there's a skill issue with him. But that is a valid critique. Not everyone wants to hop into a game and be super hard and take hours for him to actually enjoy it. Like
Damn
for
right.
me, if I wasn't playing it for the channel, I probably would have quit after the first 15 minutes. So, if I'm being honest, if I didn't stick around, or if I didn't have to stick around, then I wouldn't have hit that gold mine, and I wouldn't have actually started to enjoy it.
Yeah, maybe that's a lesson I could learn here. Is maybe maybe I should. Maybe I think what I probably really need to do is play for about 15 minutes and just walk away, and then come back, and then see. Now that I've taken my first initial thoughts,
But your
settled in
critique
a
is
little
valid. Not everyone wants to play a game that you want to scratch your eyeballs out while you're playing it.
Yeah, I think, like, truthfully, when it comes to newer games, if I'm looking to, like, okay, this new game came out in 2024 and it's of time, you know, it's modern, the graphics are good, it's difficult, I'm okay with struggling a little bit. But I do get really pissed off when I'm playing an older game and I'm like, you know, especially if you go back and look at some graphics. Like, I tried going back to a few games recently from, like, the original Xbox era, and I'm like, I don't have to put up with this. Like, fuck this. That's kind of how I was with it. I'm like, you know, if your game's gonna look this shitty, I'm not gonna. And it's not, you know, it looked great at the time, but just yeah, for this purpose, I do want to hop into something and just be like, that was fun. I struggled to do that at certain points in time, as you can see from some of my gameplay and my stressful yells.
Well, I mean, I think to wrap around myself, even you said the one thing I don't think that we as any sort of critic think about is, did you enjoy it? That's why we play games, to have fun, have a little release. Some people like challenges, some people like puzzles. You know, I say I like to play the sim games more in the idea of just drawing the pictures and see what it looks like when it decides to grow. So I can get your thing out of it, but I think that's something we all need to gain back out of this again, is enjoying the game. And we're not going to enjoy every game. If that was the case, then we'd all just play Mario and call it a day. But
True that. But I mean, yeah, overall, fun game. We all say, go give it a shot. You know, if it's something, you don't have your expectations through the roof, but go give it a shot. You should enjoy it at least after the first 5 minutes of figuring out how to walk. Turns out it's like roller skating. You know, nobody, even if you're good, unless you go regularly, like you go out there, you kind of, it's shitty, and you're like, dude, like, why am I here? This is annoying, but I like it. I like it. But I mean,
good game.
overall, yeah. Overall, that's how I feel. But kind of almost to me, more excitingly, what we have coming up next. Larry's got a nice game choice up next that I've never played, so I'm really interested. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I for my first pick, I picked DuckTales, which is a classic game from Capcom. It again is another platformer. It's got some strange mechanics to it. They're a little different. But for you, CJ, and anyone else who's playing along, it has levels. It has easy, it has normal, it has hard. And I find through, try it normal, see how that goes for you. If it doesn't, go to easy.
Okay.
Just because then you'll feel like you got real good. As I played a little bit to get ready for it. But yeah, we're gonna play DuckTales again, another Capcom game. I think we'll enjoy it because it's got a lot of high remarks, and I got a lot of love for it.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like I'm gonna enjoy it more than I did enjoy Mega Man 3, but that's what we're gonna find out. So we will see. In your free time for the audio listeners, you can't see us, but I mean, go check us out on some of our other platforms. We do have our information, in our Spotify bio. We have it on our YouTube, so feel free to check us out. We're not all the most active. I think we're all planning on getting a little more active, but we'll get there. We're working on it.
Just keep coming back for us. We'll keep coming back for you guys.
That's right.
All right. So, I mean, look forward to hearing from us here in a week when we give you the rundown on DuckTales.
All righty.
Have a good one, guys.
Peace.
Thank y'all.